Hello everyone. Welcome back to Calling the Shots. I am Kiki.
And I'm Kira.
And as you probably know by now, we are your hosts.
Yep.
And if you don't know by now,
welcome if you're new.
Welcome if you're new.
I feel like we get new people maybe every week.
We're still pretty
new.
To you and I, we're like, oh my gosh, is this episode 15? That's crazy. Yeah. But in reality, that's not that many episodes.
No, not at all. And we also don't post a ton on social media.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like almost word of mouth if you've heard about this podcast.
No, if you've heard about it probably from us.
From a personal, yeah.
But tell your friends.
Yeah, tell your friends to come listen. Especially honestly, if they like sports. Girls who like sports, that's the audience.
That's the vibe. Even if it's, and that's, I was talking to my mom today on the phone as I was at the Starbucks drive-thru getting a cake pop. I was just like, yeah, Kira and I are probably going to chat after because we really haven't sat and chatted about things since we first started the podcast.
No,
I was
we've just been doing
it. But I was like, but also things have been going good. I feel like we are finding our stride.
And we like it. It's just fun.
Yeah. And I still feel like nobody is doing exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, totally.
This,
we haven't heard. We don't know.
So
if
there is any, we don't know about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if there is some, that's cool too. I think there's plenty of space in this world for for girl chat sports podcast.
Yes.
But not news-ish.
Yeah, but we just haven't posted much, so.
But here we are.
We're going to though.
I know we're going to.
We're coming up with plans,
we need to make a little strategy. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You'll be seeing us.
Podcasts out there.
We really were we want to get some episodes out there though. So
yeah,
if you're new, you can go back and listen to old ones. We have so much fun laughing and crying.
Seriously,
and talking about.
They're so fun.
Talking about whatever. Let's talk about you, Kira. What's going on in your life?
Okay, so where do I want to start?
Oh my gosh.
No, I am not crazy. I went to an event today.
Mm-hmm.
I went to an event today for a jewelry brand.
Ooh.
Do you know Made by Mary?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's
they had a Mother's Day event, which I thought was I think it's so funny how people are inviting me to events. I still don't get it. I'm an influencer. I don't see myself as one. At all.
That's because you're very I don't know. I feel like a lot of times, not saying this is all influencers, but it feels like influencers do it for the sake of being an influencer, but you're just living your life.
I just love social media.
Yeah.
I always have. I love creating stuff, and I think just a small following has come from it. So I always laugh when I get invited to these things, and I'm like, how did you even find me? And I thought it was cool because I've been buying their jewelry since I was in high school.
Yeah, I was gonna say you said, have you heard of them? I'm like, yeah, everybody has.
Yeah, no, I've literally been buying their stuff since high school, so that was cool.
That's
I got
so
to
fun.
go Mother's Day event, and I brought my oldest son with me because you get to bring your kids.
How do you do?
And he did good. So we could get matching bracelets, but the permanent bracelets, but
yeah. That's a lot for a little. That's a lot for a little.
Yeah,
guy,
so I just got mine.
Is it a permanent one?
Yep.
I think
these are all permanent, honestly.
That's amazing.
These two aren't, and these two are bangles. But I got a jewelry stack, and so I added it to the stack, and it was really cute and fun.
That's really fun.
Yeah, it's Mother's Day.
It is.
It is Mother's Day.
I was just gonna ask, what do you have things you like to do for Mother's Day?
Honestly, no.
No?
My husband knows. When I, get up on Mother's Day, I expect breakfast.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Yeah, I expect him to make breakfast with my kids. I want breakfast made for me. I don't want to clean that day. And I want a gift, honestly. So, he already got me a gift. I don't know what it is, but...
Ooh, so exciting. Oh my gosh, you'll have to tell us next week.
Yeah.
So it's just your day.
It's a day for me. But I like Mother's Day. I think it's fun.
No, it is fun.
Any holiday I'm here for.
Yeah. Oh, all the holidays.
Yeah. So... that's pretty much it. Mother's Day event. It was super cute. So
yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, what have you been up to?
That. I went to Houston for a game. First time going to Houston. Have you
really?
been?
No.
Yeah. Humid. So humid there.
My aunt lives there, and she keeps telling me to come out there. Well, they live right outside Houston or something. I really want to go, though.
Yeah, it's cool. Like, it's...
I heard it's really hot, though.
It's hot and humid. Like, I probably would say if you're not going the next, like, 2 weeks, don't go until, like, fall.
That's
and maybe I just made that up.
But I love humidity. I know that's maybe a controversial opinion. So
I like a little bit... I like California level humidity.
Don't we all?
Yeah. I'm like, I'm just trying to get, like, the perfect hydrofacial
that's me.
naturally.
Like, a little bit of hair.
Yeah, like give some texture to my hair. It's great. But, no, I just was, like, I'm so used to Utah. And so, like... just being outside, I was like, I feel bad for the players who are going to have to play in this. Like, it's, like, hard to breathe. Like, I feel like I'm just in a sauna.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually crazy. So, yeah. But it was cool. But it was fun. Mean, we got, How
was the food? Because that's what I care about during travel. This is the thing.
I really, like, the food where I went was good, but we didn't go to, like... true Texas barbecue. Okay, and it was a huge miss. And this is why, because I know a lot of times when you go out on the road, like a lot of people have already been to the city before. Oh. So they don't care to do like the big things that are huge, like that the city's known for because they've already done them. Okay. So instead it's like we're going to go to these nice places or whatever. But I actually was just talking with my content crew because we all left like, why did we do that? Yeah, like we need to do stuff. Yeah, because we as a content crew are always like, we'll just go wherever everyone else is, and we decide we're like, from now on the road, we're gonna find like the specific things for that place, and if that means we have to meet up with other people later, that's totally fine. 100%. We can do that, but we have to do the things that fit where we're visiting. So
totally agree.
TBD. I'm going to Austin in like.
Oh, so you have another chance.
So I have another chance.
Redeem yourself.
I will redeem myself.
And check back.
And I will let you know how it is.
I need to go one of these days.
Yeah, it was cool. I had not been to Texas before, and now I've gone like 3 times in a month and a half. So.
That's so fun about your job.
It's really cool. Like, you just like get to see the country.
Like, I don't know, phase of life.
It really is. Cool. It's so that's what's so fun. I'm like, this is such a cool time for me.
And you'll never be able to do that again.
Yeah, no, that's so for cool. real. Yeah.
Okay, well that's fun.
What else you got? Anything?
Okay, so guys, and we were texting about this.
I don't even remember. I was like, oh, yes, we were.
Queen Charlotte. So if you've seen Bridgerton, I know
which
you haven't.
I have not.
Which you need to, but that's like my favorite show ever. And it's like the Regency era. It's based off books, and it's just like these queens and dukes and.
Yeah.
You know, these, like, royalty, like, getting married. Anyways, I watched Queen Charlotte, and I 10 out of 10 recommend. Like, best series I've seen.
10 out of 10.
Oh, yeah. Best series I've seen since, like, for years.
Really?
I was bawling my eyes out the last episode. Like,
yeah,
literally hyperventilating, crying. When I think about it, I will start tearing up.
I need to talk to my mom and my sister because I was on the phone with them because my poor mom just had eye surgery, and so she like all she can do is like watch TV.
Poor thing.
And so I know she's doing good though. Shout out to my mom. But her and my sister were watching that show, and she was like, so we're halfway through the final episode, but we saw what Kira posted, and we're scared to finish it. So I need to check in with them.
Go check in with them. Because it's the last 10 minutes. I need to make sure
they're emotionally okay.
The last 10 minutes are the ones that made me, like, sob. I was sobbing.
Like, I'm like that, though.
It was so beautiful, and it was in a good way. It was just really sad, and it's all about love. I love romance. Like, movies, books. It's my favorite genre, and it touched my heart. Aww. It was so sweet. So you guys need to go watch it.
Do you like cry in shows and movies and stuff? Yeah, me too.
I'm a crier.
I'm an empath. I think it's real, and I just can't.
No, to me, this happened. This 100% happened. Like, the last time I cried like this was when I watched Marley and Me.
Which I've never seen because everybody says that. I'm like, no, I don't want to watch that. Or My Sister's
Keeper. Did you ever watch that?
No.
Don't watch it.
No, I don't want to.
Just bawling.
No, I don't want to.
Just sobbing my eyes out.
No, that's, have you ever seen Vampire Diaries?
Oh, yeah. No, I cried. That one.
The last episode of Vampire Diaries, I don't remember what happens. I just remember
I don't remember what happens.
I like hyperventilate, and I've seen it a few times because anytime my friend watches it, I'm like, I'll watch the big episodes with you.
No, I love Vampire Diaries. I remember the Damon Elena thing when she like dies.
Yeah.
But she really she's leaving the show. And
it was like season 4
and it was like a 9-minute montage. I think about that all the
time. I know, me too.
I think about that all the time.
Seriously,
it makes me tear up.
I should have known. Of course, you know about it.
Oh,
yeah,
I 100% know about it.
I'm like that.
I'm Team Damon, and I just
same, no questions.
I love him.
Yeah, oof, that's such a good one.
Sad movies, but go watch Queen Charlotte.
Do you know?
And check back with me.
Yeah, I think it's like super popular right now.
Oh yeah, because Bridgerton was really popular.
Popular was. I did something I saw that wasn't good recently was Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Really?
So
you didn't like it?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law saw it, and they said it was, like, really, really good.
Okay, I am the only one I know who hasn't liked it so far. I've only talked to a few people about it. This is what I'll say. I can't do, like, talking... I don't know. I can do, like, Star Wars and stuff. Like, I'm a huge Marvel fan. I'm a huge sci-fi fan.
Okay.
I love Star Wars. I love that stuff. Like, sci-fi action is my jam. Like, Psycho would know everything about Marvel and watch the videos and whatever. But, like, I have a hard time with, like, talking animals.
I have a hard time with talking animals.
Yeah, you would hate it.
No, I have a very hard time.
And they were like...
It's a little much.
It was a lot. Like, I was like, I don't know if I'm watching Zootopia or if I'm watching Guardians of the Galaxy. Because, like, and it was parts where, like people were getting emotional. I was like... This doesn't spoil anything, but there's an otter that's like talking the whole time.
I know exactly who you're talking about too. I know what character you're talking about. And here's the thing: I love Zootopia, and I like.
Actually, everyone loves Zootopia, so it's probably a bad example.
But also, like talking animals when everybody's an animal and it's a cartoon,
right? Versus
it's the mix between humans and animals, and like we're each talking.
Where it's like this is real life, but then it's like but also there's these talking creatures like. I could get past Rocket, their, like, raccoon that talks. Like, I was like, okay, I can get past that. It's just one of them. But then there was, like, a lot going on, and it was just really mixed in.
How's the plot, though?
Couldn't. The plot is good. Like, I feel it's good. For me, it's definitely, like, pretty simple compared to other Marvel movies, which people probably like. It had a lot to do with like a storyline that we knew was there but hadn't been touched yet, so like that was cool.
Okay.
This is also said to be like the last one, so like I feel like they wrapped it this is how
good?
I felt. I was like, oh, you like wrapped it up well. It just had most of the for the most part, except for like one person, the way they wrapped it up just didn't have anything to do with the rest of the movie. Like I felt like they were like, here's how we're gonna wrap it up. Now let's figure out the movie.
How we're gonna get there.
Yeah, and I was like, meh. So most people love it, but that's my hot take.
Well, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go to the theater then.
No, I would wait. If you can't deal with talking animals mixed with people a ton.
It's not my favorite. Like it's not my preferred movie.
Like I didn't think I really had a problem with it until I watched this movie.
You're like, that's an ick.
I was like, no, like literally I was like turning around looking in the theater like, is everybody enjoying this?
Honestly, Marvel fell off to me after Endgame.
Oh, Endgame, it peaked.
I was like, what's the point?
No, it was so good, and now we're in this phase where I'm like, we're grasping.
A little much.
We're grasping at straws here, and like honestly, what they need to do, take a beat. They really should focus on something else. Build up some other universe that everyone will be obsessed with. Then come back to Marvel, like, forever down the road when we're not living up to, like, Robert Downey Jr., okay?
Yeah. I love you 3000. Okay. We'll end it there.
So
anything else happening with you?
Pretty much it.
Okay. Should we get into some... little stuff?
Sporty things? I think so.
Okay, so the NBA Finals are happening as we speak.
Well, actually, I think it's starting
one game.
Yeah, one game starting in like 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we have Knicks and Heat. They're playing right now, actually.
Okay, they're the ones that are playing right now.
They're playing right now. And then in 10 minutes, Warriors and Lakers play.
Yeah.
And you got your shirt on.
And I'm going to have to rewind to watch that or something. So I was you guys know I was pretty bad early on. I was like, I missed like the first game or whatever. But I've been really good about watching. I did miss the last game because the problem about working in sports is that you miss other sports. So I was working during their last game, but yeah, wearing my Warriors shirt because go Warriors Go Steph Curry, Dub Nation.
I'm saying go Steph Curry, but I'm Team Lakers. I hate to say it. My whole family is a Lakers fan. I grew up a Lakers fan. The only jersey I've ever owned was a Kobe Bryant jersey.
Okay, well, Kobe's different.
So I feel like I have to go with the Lakers here.
Yeah, no.
But hey,
I hate the Lakers. But the
is
series,
what it
Lakers
is.
Currently lead 3-1, but like the series is gonna get interesting, guys.
You never know.
It's gonna get interesting. So
yeah, and then we have the Suns and
tuned.
Nuggets, 76ers and Celtics. Those are the
matchups.
Final 8.
We're not gonna get into the
Coast
details because we don't do that. And also, by the time you listen to this, you already know probably what's played out for most of those games, if not all of them. But hopefully, when you're listening to this, we have another Lakers-Warriors game, and the Lakers didn't just end the series.
We'll see. I want to go to a playoff game so bad.
A playoff game would be so fun.
So much fun.
Oh, my gosh.
I would
literally love that.
I don't even care for who, honestly. I just want to go to one.
You're just there for the vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Which would be
Put me
immaculate.
in a suite, please.
In a suite? Are you kidding?
Suite
During the playoffs
suite.
in the suite?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be
Let's
the
just
best.
live the bougiest lifestyle. Kind of love that. So, that's the NBA. Everyone's trying to get a ring. And we're going to talk about some other rings, ring by spring, because...
Love that.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Thanks, I just thought of it. Simone Biles got married.
Simone Biles got married,
And
you
when
guys.
we say she got married, you're like, oh, you already said that. No, she had the destination
yes.
wedding. She was previously married. She, 2 weeks ago? And now she just had the wedding, her and her husband, and we love it.
So they had to get married in America because they did do a destination wedding. They had to get married in America, legally. So that's why they did it a few weeks ago. The courthouse
thing.
And she just ended up posting the photos. But that's why they did it then. And then they had their huge ceremony and reception in Mexico, in Cabo. So
and it did not disappoint.
It was gorgeous.
So we're going to talk about, this got us thinking about weddings. So we will be talking about some weddings. Mm-hmm. If you're listening right now and you want to see what we're talking about as we're talking about it, go to our Instagram. We have a highlight for each episode, and we will lay out everything for you so that if you want to follow along, you can follow along with us.
If you want some visual aids. I love a good visual aid, especially when it comes to wedding stuff.
Yeah.
We will post everything.
We will post everything. And don't feel like we'll explain it all to you, so don't feel like you have to if you're, I don't know, driving, working out, whatever. But I personally love visual aids, so you should check it out at some point, in my opinion.
Okay, so Simone Biles gets married. Well, she's Simone Owens now.
Simone Biles Owens.
Simone Biles Owens. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming. Well, not. She did post. She's Mrs. Owens.
She said Mrs. Owens, but I thought her actual thing was... Okay,
I think it's Biles Owens.
I thought it was...
There's no way she dropped Biles.
Yeah,
when
I'm sorry.
Simone Biles.
She has... Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he took Biles, honestly.
Are you
That's why I was like, I shouldn't assume.
He should have.
I don't know.
But...
Okay, so they had a very intimate ceremony and reception in Cabo, 140 guests, and I thought this part was cool. She was asked, what was the most magical part of the wedding, and she said during this ceremony, whales, jumped out of the water, which was crazy because it's not even whale season. And it was a sign of luck. And right after that, they get married. And right after they, do the I do and the kiss, then they jump the broom, it started sprinkling, which is another sign of good luck. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting chills.
That is so magical.
Totally. Oh, so magical.
That is so, so magical. It's actually, I enjoyed, so we posted on our story the other day. She'll have a highlight too if you miss it, but it was Simone Biles is posting her wedding. Mm-hmm. Go look at it. Mm-hmm. And her highlight, I don't know, someone's doing her social media for her because everything was edited. There's already reels of it. It was
She hired a content creator.
Yeah,
create content for her wedding. I'm like, that is genius.
That's so nice, especially for
on the
it's
iPhone.
of her. Yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Because obviously you have your photographer and videographer for your content, and there already are reels from her videographer out, which are cool. But she had someone specifically designated to cell phone video. It was pretty obvious. And it was just cool because it told a story really well. And it's nice because she didn't have to worry about it, but it all got out there.
I love
it. I think that's cool.
And I love seeing those, like, behind the scenes. Like, I wish...
Me too. She had, like, when she was getting ready, she had, like, a silk, almost, like, pajama set.
That was...
With, like,
with
feathery,
the feathers. The feather cuffs.
On, like, all the cuffs.
And, like, her bridesmaids had the matching one in, like, the champagne color.
And the champagne colors.
They had their
white.
Cute little morning breakfast before the wedding. Then they got ready together, and give me your thoughts on her dress.
Oh, what was her dress? I've looked at so many dresses.
She had a few.
That's what I'm trying to remember. I remember the one that, like, tied. That was the halter one. That was not the wedding one, though.
Because I need to hear your thoughts before I say my thoughts on the dress.
The dress is important, okay?
Okay, here it is.
You
remember it.
Hold on. Yes. Okay. I was kind of surprised by this dress for her, I'll be honest. I did watch... I like it, though. I think she looks really, really pretty. I watched the video of her getting the dress. Like, she has a reel out of her getting the dress. And she was like... It's lace, but it's not like the small little lace. Like, it's like almost like flowery, kind of bigger. And it looks pretty. Then it's like nudish. And then... It's kind of ball gown, but it's not too big. There's a huge slit, And that was when she was getting her dress, like, fit for her or whatever. She put it on. She was like, we're going to get a big slit so you can see that I have legs. Because she's
so tiny.
She's tiny.
Yeah.
I didn't expect her to wear that dress for some reason. I don't know why. But I did like it. I thought it was beautiful.
I didn't like it.
I knew you were going to say you didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
Why didn't you like it? What didn't you like about it?
I think the corset's overdone.
Really?
I think the sheer corset is just not my favorite thing. Did you ever watch Say Yes to the Dress back in the day?
Back in the day? Yeah.
And every single bride got that dress, the corset with the sheer, like, panina tornade dress.
I think the reason it's
just not my favorite. I don't like it.
I feel like hearing you talk, the corset is never done.
Yeah.
And so for me, I think I forget, like, I get so stuck in this little world
That's
that
true.
I'm like, ooh, pretty. Like, and I do like it. I like the corset look. I'm like, ooh, it's different because it's not like the typical Utah dress, which is fine if that's your look. But, like, that was the one part I did expect her to have is, like, some type of corset-y type thing. The rest I didn't.
Else. Like, I liked her, did you see the after party dress?
Yeah.
I liked that one.
I really liked that one.
I wanted her to wear full sparkles like that.
Yeah.
It felt more her.
Well, she had, like, 3, because the after party one was what, just all... It was like...
all sparkles, and then she had, like, the sparkle Nikes.
Yeah, it was just, like, outlined, the Nike.
Yeah. That was her after party. And then... I wasn't a huge fan of the wedding dress, but she looked gorgeous.
Well, she did.
I loved her makeup, loved her hair, loved her veil. Did you see his suit? Because I was obsessed with his suit.
His
the
suit
detailing,
looked good.
the champagne detailing
was
beautiful. I love when grooms do something different, and I really, really liked his.
I feel like that takes a specific type of groom to
100%.
want or care about that.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of, for me, it's just kind of fun to see it.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
Anything else about their wedding you want to say?
I'm trying to think. I'm just like, I'm so happy for them. I mean,
it looks like a party.
It looked like a party. I think that's what I loved so much is, like, they, like, pulled down their lips and, like, showed their grills. And like,
the grills mid-wedding.
The grills mid-wedding.
That was so cute.
And it just really,
it felt like
their wedding fit them.
Totally. And it also piggybacked off of her bridal shower theme with the
which we also talked about.
Yeah, because it was all white and champagne. So I just thought it was really pretty. Yeah. I loved it. And I'm just happy for
white
her.
And champagne are, like, I kind of feel like they're the colors these days.
I love it.
Did you have colors for your wedding?
I did blush.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty. That's
I didn't like my wedding. You guys didn't like my wedding. I hate to say
this, and I
say it all the time, but
you liked your, like, wedding dress and stuff. Though.
I loved my dress and I loved
your
my
look.
photos.
Yeah.
But it's just, I mean, I loved, like, getting married.
Well, no, obviously that's not what we're talking about.
Like, it just wasn't me. It just wasn't me, and I was so young. And
you were
also,
so young. I was trying to remember if I knew you when you got married.
No.
I know. I think I met you
after.
But I remember seeing, like, all the photos, probably just from stalking you and you posting them later on and stuff,
yeah, probably.
Honestly.
I was 20, and I was the first granddaughter. I'm Polynesian, and, like, weddings are kind of, like, a big deal, and, like, the whole family's involved, and I just, it just wasn't, wasn't me.
What would be you?
I would have eloped. 100%, there would be 20 people there.
Yeah, I think that's like,
and we would have gone in and out.
That's kind of like, I've always been like that. Like, I graduated college, I didn't invite anyone except my immediate family. Not a single person got an invitation.
Because I realized who I was. I'm like, I actually don't love that whole thing. Mm-hmm. So and I was just saying this before, I'm so jealous that you will, when you get married, it will be exactly what you want. Yeah. Because you're just like, you know who you are. I was just so young. But I just didn't know exactly what I wanted. And now I'm like, oh, I wouldn't have done that. But I loved my dress.
Like, your dress was beautiful. Your dress, you had, like, the white. It was, like, white, and obviously it was white.
I had lace, and I had a really long
lace,
train.
but only, like, up to, like, your forearm-ish,
and
right?
I hadn't seen, and now that's a very popular thing, but, like, I hadn't seen any wedding dresses like that back when I got married.
I feel like I still don't see it, like, as
I've seen a few, and I'm like,
yours was the first I saw like that.
That's how I feel. And I hate to be like cocky about it. But
you're not being cocky, you're being honest.
I couldn't find it. So I literally had my friend who's a designer. He was on Project Runway off of Alu. I had him custom make it because I saw it and I hadn't seen it in any store, and I was like, he has to make this. So I loved my dress, and I loved my photos.
You can go back and look at Kira's wedding dress.
That's what I say. Invest in your photos and your dress and your look.
No, seriously, because in my mind, like, that's what you kind of are left with.
Totally,
is your photos and your dress.
Don't wear a lot of
obviously
I don't wear a lot of makeup in real life. So like I didn't wear. I barely wore makeup. Barely did my hair, and I just. It was very you. It was very me. Just like the actual celebration was not.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like a very long tangent. I'm sorry, guys.
No, we needed to talk about that though. It needed to be done.
Like, that's my wedding advice if you're getting married.
Yeah, do whatever is for you. And I do feel like we're gonna talk about some upcoming weddings. I feel like these weddings matched their personalities so well.
So we were just. It's May.
It's May.
This is wedding season. Are you going to any weddings upcoming?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I am as well. I'm literally going out of town next week.
Oh, really?
Wedding.
Where?
Idaho.
Wow.
Idaho. I don't like Idaho at all.
I don't like Idaho either. I think it's overrated.
But yeah, we're going for a wedding. But I have some other ones too. And you have other
weddings? I'm in a wedding in like literally a month from today. Yeah, one of my best friends is getting married.
So many people are getting married, and we just thought it was the perfect time with Simone Biles having
with her having her reception.
We were like, okay, let's talk about some of our favorite athlete weddings.
Yeah.
For like recent ones. Because
recent in the past like year and a half ish. Because
weddings get chuggy. In my opinion.
What's chuggy mean?
Like,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
like, that's not the vibe anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I gotcha.
After, like, 5 years. Yeah. I feel like. So, these are recent ones that we just love.
We can be obsessed with. Because, listen, there was some that we didn't love, that we didn't put in here.
Yes. So, we're just going to talk about...
the ones we do.
Yes, 3 ones we're totally obsessed with.
Yeah.
Tell me about him.
Remember which order are we going from the last one I put in first? Okay. Yeah. Brooks Koepka and his wife Jenna Sims. So Brooks Koepka is a professional golfer, really good. He just tied for second in the Masters. Yes. We talked about the Masters when it happened. So little background on them because these actually are all athletes that we didn't. Also, these are all athletes I don't think we included in our like long form athlete relationship. Valentine's episode.
Oh, yeah.
So this is
all
fun.
Totally different ones, so it's fun.
So this is fun. So he tied. Anyways, I already said he's a golfer. They met in 2015. She DM'd him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Jenna.
And then he went back and he liked one of her like old photos or whatever.
Oh.
And then he invited her to like go to the Masters that year. Something like that. So that's how
shoot your shot, ladies.
I know. Ladies, shoot your shot, okay? Shout out to Jenna.
Wow.
So, yeah, then they met at the Masters, and then they became official, like, Instagram official, like, 2 years later or something like that.
Okay.
Like, Anyways, so that's like a little bit of background.
That was in 2017.
That was 2017. They became official. Their wedding was in June 2022. It was
almost a year ago.
So almost a year ago. It was like a week-long celebration.
It was a party.
It was crazy.
Like,
it was a full vacation.
It was an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me about it.
Okay. It was a beach wedding, and now I don't remember which beach it was.
Turks and Caicos.
Oh, wait, duh.
It was in Turks and Caicos.
I literally have it written down.
Was that like in Mexico?
Yeah, somewhere.
Somewhere in Mexico. I'm not gonna act like I know the geographical location.
Listen, I'm terrible at geography. Please don't ask me. My nightmare. But they called it Turks and Kepkas was what they called the celebration, which is adorable. And so their wedding was just extravagant to the max. Like every guest got custom Nikes. Ludacris performed.
Literally, why was Ludacris there? That's insane.
I have no idea. Literally zero idea.
But also, let's not brush over the custom Nikes. They had hotels or villas, whatever, for all the guests. And when they got there was a whole welcome basket. And in there was custom Nikes for dancing. Yeah. I'm putting quotes around that. Dancing at the wedding.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Nope. No, I can't imagine.
What?
I mean
the money. Just imagine how much that costs.
Respectfully, every wedding I've gone to, I've been the one spending money.
No,
okay?
Literally.
Because it's really you go to a wedding and it's the bridal shower gift, the bachelorette gift, the wedding gift. If you're in
you have to buy your
bridesmaid's dress.
I've never gotten a bridesmaid's dress paid for.
Oh, I'm trying to think if I have. I think one of mine. I've been in legit almost 10 weddings.
Oh, that's amazing.
I've been in a lot.
Wow.
So it gets expensive, guys. I can tell you firsthand. So their guests are being they are being treated.
And it looked like it was a small. I don't know the guest count, but it was a smaller wedding. So I'm pretty sure it was very close friends and family.
Which
that's amazing. Move you can do that.
Yeah, to do close friends and family and just ball out with your close friends and family.
That's amazing.
Absolutely.
100%.
That's the option in my mind.
So fun.
Yeah, so they just had these cute gift baskets for everyone. Yes, with custom Nikes. They had fireworks at their wedding, which I have been to a wedding where they had fireworks.
Really?
It was illegal fireworks, and it was so fun. It was
Weddings
actually so cool. So, they had fireworks, and she did what basically everybody does now, and it's you have your wedding dress, you have your somehow there's 3 dresses. I'm trying to think.
Dinner.
That's what
wedding
it is.
dress, the ceremony dress, and then usually the reception dress.
Yes,
I felt
she
always 3.
had 3 that day. It must have been maybe
I disliked every
2.
single one.
I knew you were going to.
I think I'm very picky on wedding dresses.
Yeah, well, I think so too.
I just think dresses need to be timeless.
Yeah.
To me, because these will be in photos forever.
Hers felt to me.
It felt like her. They're just not my face.
Yeah, they're very her. It felt like Dancing with the Stars to me.
Yeah,
where
they were very,
it is rhinestones
costumey.
And sheer material. Felt very costumey.
Yeah, very costumey.
I liked one of them, which you wouldn't like because it was a corset and it was just full sparkles.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I liked that one the best. I think because it felt less costumey. Which. The costumes fit her.
And that's
having
totally fine if you're into
fits her personality.
Not my thing.
And she looked phenomenal.
She's
you guys,
gorgeous.
They are
beautiful couple.
Beautiful couple.
Yeah.
She's super, super pretty. Anyways, we showed her on our when we talked about the par 3 challenge and how they all dress up. She's in one of the photos on our reels. And yeah, she's stunning. I literally was whoa. Yeah. How does a human look like that? I don't even know.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
So that was kind of their deal. And now we're gonna go to another one.
I'm taking a drink, guys. My mouth is so dry.
No, it's okay. Do what you gotta do.
Okay, guys. So
now I'm gonna take a drink while you talk. Go ahead.
This is literally probably my favorite wedding I've ever seen in my life.
This is
let me give you a little background on this couple. So it's Kevin Love, Kate Love. Mm-hmm. Kevin's in the NBA. Mm-hmm. And Kate is a model, obviously. They're always married to models. She's gorgeous. And I got obsessed with them a few years back. Do you watch Architectural Digest?
No.
Okay, I do. I'm just like obsessed with watching celebrities' homes. And I just like interior design.
You said that and I thought, why have I not watched that?
Go watch Devin Booker's. Oh my gosh. Really? I think about his daily. He has the best house ever.
Yes.
Go
sold.
Anyways, so Kevin Love and Kate, they showed like their little New York City apartment. And I feel like it's hard to get a really nice apartment in New York City. And theirs was just incredible.
If anyone could, it's them.
It's them. Their apartment was incredible. I just like fell in love with them as a couple. It's just because their style is just so classic, so elegant in their house. And then they got married. And this wedding
is truly,
it's
just has to be one of the best weddings of all time.
No, it's the most gorgeous wedding. So
Go of weddings.
Like, so they got married last June. They dated for 5 years. And they got married in the New York Public Library, which sounds...
You just can't make that up.
No, yeah. And that, you're probably thinking, you're like, oh, is that even pretty? It's the most ethereal...
Okay, yeah, it is pretty.
Venue like I've ever seen in my life.
It was truly the most classic...
Yes. And the theme was Great Gatsby. Which, have you seen that movie?
Yes,
of course.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like most people have. But, so it was very old money.
That's the feeling. It was old money. All the guests are like...
They had a dress code.
Fitting into, the dress code.
Everybody was supposed to wear black. And it was a black tie event. So
they just look so good. They look so good. And then all the guests look good. And then you put it all together. And they're truly beautiful.
It was stunning. And so she had a Ralph Lauren dress. She worked with Ralph Lauren to do all of her dresses. Every single dress.
Her dresses were perfect.
Now that's what I think when I say timeless.
Oh,
I think of her.
Yeah, so hers was like, again, like lacy, but it was like turtleneck with an open back.
Completely open back. That was her ceremony, and then her reception was a like a silk off the shoulder long sleeve mermaid dress. Oh, it was beautiful.
It was gorgeous.
And then she had a really...
Oh, and she had like the beautiful necklace.
Yes.
Like her little diamond necklace. Yeah. That was just like
and
the
then
perfect
her
touch.
rehearsal dinner, it was like a one shoulder dress.
Yes.
But you guys, it's hard for me to watch their wedding because that's like my dream wedding.
No. I kind of feel like
it.
even if that wasn't someone's personality, they'd say, yeah, I'd take that wedding because it really was perfect. They had like a kids choir there.
They had a kids choir and their song is Someone Like You by Snow Allegra. I love that song. I love Snow. If you know that song, go look it up.
Yeah.
But you guys, it was just the most perfect wedding. And I feel like not a lot of people know about them.
Yeah,
and know about this couple. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you guys, they're just amazing.
Yeah, they truly are
so
like...
beautiful.
They're just straight out from a magazine.
No, they look like they're in Vogue.
Yeah, they do. Like and their wedding matched that.
Yeah. It was amazing. And I'm just obsessed with them.
Yeah.
Love them. So, I love the Loves. And, like, oh my gosh, how's that their last name?
I know.
I would love that last name.
Oh, well, of course. Think about that for your wedding. Also, Kevin and Kate.
Kevin and Kate Love.
That sounds so good.
It sounds so good.
Everything is, like, written in the stars.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's just amazing.
I want them to have a baby.
Oh, speaking of which, I forgot, the Kepkas are expecting a baby. They announced it
a week ago.
Know that. They announced that. I forgot to put that in there. Yeah.
Oh, that's so exciting.
So literally, like, exactly a week ago from today, she announced that she's pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
So congratulations to them
babies.
also.
Love babies.
Okay.
So that's a good one.
We have one more wedding.
We have one more that we are both equally obsessed with.
This is the thing. When Kira and I were texting about doing this idea, I was like, okay, we have to do the Lawrences. Trevor and Marissa Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
Guys... Their wedding was everything. I could not look away from my phone as soon as their wedding content dropped.
So I feel like, okay, so let's back up a little bit. Marissa was all over social media, I feel like, right before her wedding.
Yeah.
And she was on TikTok a lot and all of those, do you remember like all those girlfriends?
I don't remember this. I remember you telling me about this.
Yes, for Clemson.
Yes, yeah, okay. Well, I remember seeing, like, the Clemson...
like the girlfriends, whatever. They were all up on YouTube. They were on TikTok.
Yeah.
And so this wedding was getting so much hype before it even happened.
Yeah.
So when it started happening, I glued to my phone. I'm waiting for updates.
No, that was literally me.
Yeah.
And it was, like, it was such a big deal. I remember, like... my friend also being obsessed with them, and if we saw one of us hadn't liked it yet, we would send it to each other. Like, we were like,
so cute.
Have you seen this yet? Because it was just that good. So I loved them.
Let's give a little bit of background on them. Could you give me a little bit of background?
They've been dating forever. They met in, like...
5th grade.
They met in, like, elementary school, 5th grade, and then they started dating...
In high school.
And
they were high school sweethearts.
And they've just been together
pretty much ever since. They, like, went to different colleges, so they did long distance a little bit. And then they were kind of on and off, which, hey, I totally understand that. And I feel like it was controversial on TikTok. I totally remember.
Yeah,
people were like, so they, like, were together, they weren't together, and so cheating. But I'm like,
I just would
they're in college.
I would hate people to be all up in my business like that, especially when you're in college. You
should be dating, and I'm glad, like, if they knew each other in 5th grade, and you're going to tell me that's the only person you probably kissed, no. How about let's branch out a little bit?
Yeah, no, find
yourself. So
they
did their own thing in college a little bit. I'm there for that.
In my mind, though, it's like, it's always been them. You know what I mean?
It's
always been them. Regardless of on and off, whatever, like, they were always endgame.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, they're just it for me. Like,
so cute.
I love them, and they are, like, we've talked about, like, God-fearing couples, and they are like that. And that's, like, pretty cool to me, because you don't always hear that.
You don't see it a lot.
And, yeah.
And they did get married in a chapel, so they got married in South Carolina.
Cutest little chapel.
Oldest chapel. And that
she had a very, like, it was like a very simple dress.
Very simple dress. I liked her dress.
Her dress was good.
Yes, I liked her dress because I thought it was just, it was her. Pretty timeless. Yeah. Pretty elegant. And they got married a couple weeks before the draft.
Yeah.
Which was crazy because she was drafted number 1.
Yeah. No, and everybody knew he was going to be drafted number 1.
And he, like...
But I think they had to do that. They needed to get married before. They needed to go on vacation before the draft and before NFL season just kicked off. So their wedding, like, it was gorgeous outside. There's pictures of them in, like, this... I don't even know. Forest, basically.
It looked like the redwoods.
That's why.
But I'm like, that's South Carolina.
No, literally, before we started, I was like, where was their wedding? I looked at the photos and I really forgot it was in South Carolina. I legitimately thought it might be in the redwoods or something.
It looked like the redwoods.
I don't know. Yeah, they had these beautiful photos in nature. She had a few different dresses that were so fun. He just looked so happy to see her and be marrying her, and so did she. She had fun pictures with her bridesmaids as well, and I just loved the little chapel vibes.
I love the little chapel too. It was so cute, and I really liked. We're so used in Utah, people getting married very young. Yeah. But outside of Utah, that's really young. Yeah. Like, to graduate college and then immediately get married.
Especially before, like, honestly being like
before he's draft like that. That's crazy.
He's dealt with some level of fame his whole life, but this was where he was really about to blow up. Honestly, and, like, once you hit the NFL, and that's when he got married, and that's really impressive.
That's so different.
That's so different. That's straight out of college. These other weddings we're talking about, none of them
like
were straight out. Seriously, none of them were that young.
Which is more normal when you're outside of Utah,
right? But I think
Utah,
that's just
we're all get married young,
absolutely. I think them getting married at the age they did with their long history
was perfect.
It's just perfect. It just fits them. It just shows their love to me.
And I just thought their wedding really reflected how young they were, which, like, in the best way. Like, it was very, like, it wasn't this, it was a college vibe.
It was college vibes. It was beautiful and elegant, but it was just fun.
It was just
fun. And it wasn't the one that was maybe straight out of Gatsby or whatever, but it fit for them because they're young.
Yes. I thought it was so cute. And we have to talk about my favorite part. I don't know if this is your favorite part.
What's your favorite part?
But I had never seen this done before. And when I saw this, that was like my biggest regret is that I didn't do this at my wedding.
This is the biggest build-up. So what are you about to say?
Their private dance at the end. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
So after the guests
forgot
left,
about that, Kira.
So they set it all up with their guests that everybody would head outside and to do like the sparklers and get ready. And so it would just be them.
I literally am about to cry.
I'm getting chills. It was just those two in their reception, and they did a private dance together. And it was to Alone by Justin Bieber. If it's not you, it's not anyone. Oh, wait, not Alone. Anyone.
Yeah, anyone.
If it's
I don't know why.
It's not anyone.
Yeah.
And they videoed it, and I literally cried the first time.
I know, that's why I said I'm about to tear up, because
it's the sweetest thing I've ever seen.
It's a beautiful moment.
And that was the first time I've ever seen it, and I've seen a lot of people do it now. Even Simone Biles did it.
Yeah.
But I hadn't seen that before, and I just thought that was such a special thing that they really took the time, and they were like, okay, let's just really soak in this moment, just
the two of us.
And let's just be here, just us two. So, I just thought it was
love that.
So good. I thought that was so, so good.
It is so, so good. That's one I'll never forget. Yeah, no. Like, genuinely.
And take that, do a private dance at
for real.
I wish I could.
I mean, my wedding probably won't be that huge anyways, but yes.
Small
absolutely.
is the vibe.
I just kind of think it is.
But those are just some of our favorite, like, recent weddings. There's so many more that we could talk about, but if you guys have one that you love, let us know. I would love
let us know.
Look it up.
I'm dying to know because
I love weddings.
Weddings are so
much fun.
I love all the content from weddings. Like,
me too.
I almost love looking from the outside in more than I love even being there, which is like, I like being there for my friends, but like seeing the Lawrence's wedding from the outside in, I was like, this is so cool.
Yes. I'm like getting FOMO. I don't even know them. Like, I would feel so uncomfortable being there.
No, yeah. I could never be there, but also I wish I was somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
so happy wedding season. If any of you guys are getting married, congrats.
Congratulations.
And
oh my gosh, good point.
Yeah, happy wedding season. So we always do a woman's highlight at the end.
Yeah.
So we have one today.
Yeah. Okay, so her name is Eileen Gu. She's 19 years old. She's a free skier. And she won the Loris World Action Sportsperson of the Year award.
Which is so cool.
Which is the sports person of the year, just to be clear. So in 2022, she became the youngest freestyle skiing Olympic champion and the first to win 3 medals at a single games.
She's 19.
She's 19 years old. Like, I was just watching an interview and they're like, so college, how you feeling about going to college and stuff? Like,
she's a baby.
She's super young. She's also beautiful. Like, we just...
Stunning. She went to the Met, too. Mm-hmm. We forgot to mention her last week, but she went to the Met.
She went to the Met, and she did look phenomenal.
She looked so good.
And it's just... I just think it's really just unfair to be so successful and so beautiful. And at the same time,
be so young.
I love her. Like, I just think that's really, really cool.
So shout out to her. It's also Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and she's Asian.
Yeah,
so that's cool.
It is, and I think I think that's really awesome. I'm actually so glad that this naturally got brought up because it is so happy Asian Pacific Islander Month, and she's a perfect person.
There's a month for everything. I honestly didn't even know about it. I'm straight up Pacific Islander. I found out like a couple days ago, and I was like, "Oh my gosh! Like, are you celebrating me? That's fine."
Hello.
Should we go out to eat?
What's up? That's hilarious.
Okay, so yeah, shout out to Eileen Gu and
everything she's doing, man. She's killing it at the Met Gala. She's killing it in the Olympics. She's killing it in life. So, yeah. To be 19 and not successful. That's crazy.
Okay, well, you got anything else for me?
No, guys, that is all we have for you.
This was a fun one.
This was fun. We tried to switch it up for you guys. We've never done weddings before. So, fun to do a little wedding episode for you. If you made it this far, that hopefully means you like us. So, be sure to rate, review, download, those things really help us out, you know?
Yes.
Like we said, we're still pretty new.
We're trying to figure it out.
We're trying to figure it out, but you can help us.
Yeah.
Anyways, you guys are the best. So thank you so much for listening. We love our shot collars. And that's all from on
Calling the shots.
I'm sorry, I forgot we do that. Okay, that's fine. Bye.
Bye guys. Have a good day.
Bye.